Right then, let me paint you a picture. It is 6 in the morning. I am sitting on my porch, watching the sun bleed orange over a sea of emerald green rice paddies. The only sounds are the distant cry of a rooster who clearly has not had his morning coffee yet, and the gentle thud of a giant water-dwelling lizard falling off my roof. Again! What I am not hearing is the wail of sirens, the incessant bleeping of traffic, or my neighbour, Trevor, arguing with his wife about whose turn it is to clean the gutters. I am no longer in the cold, grey, over-regulated nanny state I once called home. I am in the heart of Isaan, Thailand. Now, if you had told my 20-year-old self that I would end up in a country where the national dishes include fermented fish paste and raw bile, I would have called you a lunatic. Yep, here I am. Besides, I will let you in on a little secret that most expats will not tell you. This place is absolutely maddening, frustrating, and often completely confusing. Nevertheless, it is also the deepest, richest, and most rewarding decision I ever made. Let me tell you why. First off, let us talk about the peace. I do not mean the kind of peace you get from a yoga retreat where you pay 50 quid to hum in a room full of strangers. I mean real, bone-deep, profound tranquility. When I lived in London, the noise was constant. You did not even realise it there until it is gone. It is a low hum of anxiety in the background. In the village, the rhythm of the day is dictated by the sun. When it rises, you rise. When it sets, you get the hell inside before the mozzies decide you are the main course. The chaos of traffic jams replaced by the chaos of a chicken chase. The stress of the 9 to 5 replaced by the stress of wondering if your mango tree has yielded enough fruit to share with the neighbours. It is a slower pace. You actually have time to think, to sit, to realise that the most important job of the day might just be taking a nap in a hammock. It is a hard life, but someone has to live it. However, peace and quiet is not worth much if you are a lonely old git sitting in the middle of nowhere. That is where the community comes in. This leads me to my second point. In the West, I knew my neighbours well enough to give them a stiff nod if we bumped into each other at the bins. Here, my neighbour is not just the bloke next door. He is the uncle who brings me a bucket of frogs he caught for my soup, the mechanic who fixes my motorbike, and the local gossip who makes sure I know who is arguing with who and why the buffalo is sick. You are embraced, provided you are not a complete twit. If you smile, wave, and make even the slightest effort to say hello and thank you, you are in. Besides, the best bit, the cost. Let us get on to reason number 3. This is the one that gets you, is it not? Because you are wondering if you can actually afford to get out of the rat race. The answer is, surprisingly, yes. My pension, which in London would get me a shoebox in a damp basement and a Tesco mill deal once a week, makes me a king here. We are talking fresh market produce for pennies, a kilo of fresh sticky rice, peanuts, a feast of grilled chicken, Som Tum, and lard that costs less than a pint of lager back home. You trade the financial strain for the freedom to actually enjoy a coffee without looking at the price tag. Now, let us address the elephant in the room, rather the water buffalo in the paddy, the culture. Reason number 4 is the raw, unspoiled heritage of this place. This is not Bangkok. This is not Pattaya. This is Isaan. It is heavily influenced by Lao heritage and it is fierce. The music. Good Lord, the music. It is called MorLam. It is a wild, nasal, rhythmic thing that sounds like a cat fighting a chainsaw while a man plays a wooden mouth organ. At first you hate it. It gets inside your skull. However, eventually you catch yourself tapping your foot. There are festivals here that are utterly bonkers. They fire bamboo rockets into the sky to ask the rain gods for a good harvest. Nevertheless, here is a question to chew on while we are talking about the locals. You know that famous Thai smile, the one that seems to so warm and welcoming. Just how genuine is it? You see it in the tourist hotspots. That smile is often just a line on a menu. It costs you 100 baht for a mediocre pad thai in the village. That smile is different. My fifth reason is the genuine, unpretentious hospitality. You cannot fake it here. I have been invited to weddings I could not understand, funerals I cried at for people I barely knew, and temple ceremonies that lasted for days. It's a hospitality rooted in genuine kindness. A neighbour brings you a watermelon just because he grew too many. They ask if you have eaten yet, not as a passing greeting, but because they are genuinely worried you might starve. It is a bit intrusive, but it is a welcome intrusion. It is the opposite of the cynical, fast-paced, everyone for themselves mentality we have cultivated back home. For the practical chap, reason number 6 is a big one. Land. Space. Self-sufficiency. If you have a penchant for getting your hands dirty, you can build. I have a garden that puts my old postage stamp sized patch of grass in the UK to shame. I grow mangoes, bananas, chili plants that could strip paint, and enough vegetables to feed a small battalion. My neighbour, he has chickens, ducks, and a buffalo that looks at me with pure disdain. However, the old boy has a point. There is a tangible connection to the land. You plant something, you water it, and you watch it grow. It is simple, primal satisfaction with your quarterly report for a company you hate can never provide. Then, reason number 7, the food. Oh, the food. I know you have had Som Tum in the restaurant in London. I know you thought you were brave for adding an extra chili. Let me tell you, you were playing with a water pistol. Here you are in a war zone. The ingredients are often so warm from the sun when they hit the mortar. The grilled meats are cooked over sizzling charcoal fires that smell like heaven. It is fresh, it is fiery, and it is robust. I've sweated through my shirt at 8 a.m. because I had a bad idea to ask for it spicy like the locals. They smile, they nod, and they absolutely destroy you. However, you cannot help coming back for more. It is a masochistic way, the highlight of my day. Now, here is the thing you might not expect. Safety. Reason number 8. Where I live, crime is a foreign concept. Because everyone knows everyone, your stuff is generally safe. I have left my wallet on the market stall and gone back an hour later and it is sitting there waiting for me. In London, that wallet would have been in a pocket before I'd finished my sentence. It is a tight-knit community. There is a collective eye on the neighbourhood. You get a deep sense of personal security, even if your house is held together by a few bits of string and good intentions. Besides, that links us directly to reason number 9. The escape from that endless suffocating bureaucracy and hyper-regulation that plagues the West. Over there, you cannot breathe without filling out a form in triplicate and waiting 6 weeks for approval. Now, do not get me wrong, the Thai system has its own peculiar brand of paperwork, but in the village, life runs on a different currency. It runs on common sense and mutual agreement. Need to build a new fence? You just talk to your neighbour. No planning permission, no zoning laws, no letters from the council. It is a refreshing autonomy that makes you feel like an adult again. However, let me stop you right there before you book your flight. I can see the little dollar signs spinning in your eyes and the idealistic images of paradise. It is not all sticky rice and sunshine. You have to be willing to live with the chaos. I had a massive lizard fall through my kitchen ceiling last week, right into my wok. You cannot put that in your little utopian brochure, can you? Besides, now we get to the clever part. Reason number 10. Modernity. Most of you are probably thinking, village life? What if I get sick? What if I need a Western-style toilet? This is where Isaan plays its trump card. You are not stuck in the dark ages. In most cases, you are within a reasonable drive of a major provincial capital. Ubon Ratchathani, Khon Kaen or Udon Thani, and these cities are proper cities. They have massive, pristine shopping malls with air conditioning so cold you need a jumper. They have Western-style food courts and, crucially, they have excellent hospitals. I am talking about modern facilities, professional doctors who speak fantastic English, and private rooms that cost a fraction of what they would cost in the UK. This is the ultimate balance. You get the rustic, quiet, cheap life in the paddies, but if you need emergency care or just have a sudden, desperate craving for a proper burger, it is just an hour's drive away. So let us get back to that question I posed earlier. Just how genuine is that famous Thai smile? I have been sitting here grumbling for the past 9 minutes, telling you about lizards, the rocket festivals and the spice. I complained about the chaos and the noise of the roosters. Nevertheless, the answer is there in every single interaction. In the village, the smile is genuine because it has no agenda. It is not trying to sell you a timeshare. It is not trying to extract money from your wallet. It is just the face of a person who has no reason to be unhappy. They live simply, they laugh loudly, and they have welcomed a grumpy old foreigner into their world, not because they want something, but because he is part of the neighbourhood now. I have swapped the rat race for the rice race. I have swapped the cold and the gloom for the heat and the frogs. I have swapped a life of more stuff, more debt, more stress for a life of enough. Besides, sitting here watching the sun go down with a belly full of fiery lava and the smell of charcoal smoke in the air, I realise I am not really grumpy anymore. I might even be happy. So there you have it. 10 reasons I am still here, despite the lizards and the infernal heat. I have convinced you to book. Have I convinced you to book a one-way ticket? Or have I scared you back into the arms of your central heating? If you want to hear about the downsides, and believe me, there are many, let me know in the comments. I will tell you about the time I had to explain to the local police why a chicken was riding in my basket. Now, if you will excuse me, it is almost time for my evening nap, and my water buffalo is giving me the evil eye. Thanks for listening. You can do all that YouTube nonsense, hit the like button, share and subscribe if you have to. Take care. Bye-bye.